Ciao Juventini, welcome to the AJC. We've got match day. We've got Juve versus Lazio. I'm just trying to set up the chat here so I can say what's up to everybody. You see the lineup, the starting 11 right there. We're going to take a look at that and everything else here. Just trying to get this chat going so I could talk to y'all. Hold on a second. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with fire. All right. All right. Here we go, everybody. Juve Lazio set to take action today. And we've got the Curva looking loud and proud outside. All right. Beautiful thing to see. We're going to say what's up to some of you out here. Levi Juve coming in here. Forza Juve has to be a victory here. A big one today, okay? First measuring stick match of the season. Let's get her going here. We got Usam Alberto saying, ciao, my friend. Let's go. What's up, Bert? Nice to have Juve back, and the Ultras add another element. Absolutely, they do. All right, I'm jacked up for this one. I have been jacked up for a while. Okay, tough to get some sleep here, but man, I'm so happy. This week of news we can put behind us. We can finally get into this and get back to what matters the most, and that's our beloved old lady in action. All right, so let's get the likes up here, everybody. Hope you're as jacked up as I am. I could tell. Let's see here what Alex P says. Good. No Sandro. Bad. No Fagioli. All right, so yeah, we're gonna talk lineup. Obviously, good with the Gatti getting in there. Miretti and Fagioli is one that right now at the start of the season, we're seeing fans going back and forth on. I totally expected coming out of the international break, especially everything we were hearing about Fagioli's condition and him getting ready, staying back, obviously, being able to get back into this one. I totally expected he would be the one to play. McKennie getting the start. And Kostic getting the start on the other side. So no Cambiaso whatsoever is surprising to me. McKennie over Weah isn't so much a surprise for me. I think McKennie, to be honest, has been ahead of Weah, and Weah's been one guy I've been saying for a while I need to see more out of. He needs to, have more influence in these games. As far as no Cambiaso whatsoever, that's a little bit surprising. Kostic is going to get the go nonetheless, and we'll see how he can do. Hopefully everybody that's in there brings their A game and we get the job done. Miretti in there for Fagioli. So Miretti, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic, and McKennie wrap up the midfield. Chiesa and Vlahovic up top. No surprises. Great to see Federico Chiesa in there. Had a little bit of a scare early on in international duty, but obviously, everything checks out great, and they got him out of there in great timing. So that's big for Juventus. This is going to be a good one. We see the Ultras outside the stadium, adding to the atmosphere. They will be inside there. It's going to be very, very good. Now, I do not disagree whatsoever. Miretti was very good last game. I think it's just different in terms of how they play. But Fagioli at some point, I think, ultimately is going to be the guy that we're going to want in there as the mainstay for the midfield. But we'll see what happens. Mark going out on a limb here saying Miretti gets his first today. Hey, I would love nothing more than that. Okay, so let's go. And Alex P saying if Rabiot scores, he's going to concede his Miretti position. So yeah, and I don't necessarily disagree with what Alex's stance has been, and that's that when Miretti comes in there, we sacrifice a lot due to how he plays that position, obviously being the one breaking the lines, and Rabiot and Locatelli maintain stabilization for the midfield and kind of clean things up so we lose Rabiot's influence. That was big for us last season. Don't necessarily disagree with that, but yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Jeremiah say would have wanted to see at least Cambiaso or Weah, one of the two in the starting lineup. I again am very, very surprised Cambiaso not in there. Nonetheless, got to get the job done with whoever's out there. So let's see what these guys can do. I'm just pulling up the lineup so we could take a look at Lazio. Don't think there's going to be any surprises there with Lazio's positioning there in lineup 4-3-3. You're going to have Provedel in net, Isaj, Casale, Romagnoli, Marusic, Kamada, Cataldi, Luis Alberto, Felipe Anderson, Ciro Immobile, and Zaccagni round out their front three. Yeah, no surprises there whatsoever. Luis Alberto is going to be the one pulling the strings for them, and on the outsides, McKennie will be lining up against Marusic and Zaccagni out there, and then Anderson and Isaj will be lining up on Kostic's side. I actually think we're going to be just fine, to be honest. And if you've got Bremer versus Immobile, Bremer's got to just chew them up and give them nothing. Lazio's a funny team because you never really know what you're going to get out of Lazio. It's bizarre almost. Some games, and I mean, we've seen it early on this season. 2 games dropped to start the year. 2 games they would have wanted to win. Although I'll give Lecce this. They've started off a really, really good start. But yeah, 2 games Lazio definitely is going to want to back, but then they come out against the reigning champs, Napoli, and put in a very, very strong showing. One that could have was flattering on the scoreline there for Napoli, I would have to say. But we'll see. We'll see what Lazio Juve gets today, and it can also be said which Juventus are we going to get, because we've kind of been that team for a couple seasons as well, not really knowing what Juventus is going to show up. Today, let's hope for the strong Juve, and led and pushed by the support and cheering from the Curva, as they are going to be there. Sama Alvaro saying the supporters are crazy in the stadium. Very happy to see that. Can't wait, bro. Let's go. Absolutely. It's a welcome surprise, really, that we got the news a few days ago that the Ultras were going to be there, and started this thing at 1200 hours outside the stadium, and they're going to bring it inside. We have needed that atmosphere. So it's a great, great first step. Obviously, the banners will not be there. I'm pretty sure they're bringing in some flags, though, which will be great to see. But again, it's one step in the right direction, because we can't continue on the way it's been, which is essentially us playing our home matches and feeling like away matches. So that's big. Yes, yes. Now, I haven't actually seen this one, but it would not surprise me, and I would totally be expecting them to have even maybe some type of chant or something. But yeah, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, they say, Alex, and there you go, there you go. His actions were never gonna be well received from Juventini, especially Ultras. So there you have it. Now, everybody, gonna recap the predictions going into this one from yesterday's match day live. Okay, so I myself went with the 3-1 victory, 1-1 at half, 2 goals coming in the second half for Juventus to see the victory. Anthony went 2-1. Omer went 3-1. Let's get your predictions for this game firing up in the chat here. Okay, everybody. Let's go. Let's see how everybody's feeling about this one. Matthew coming in here with a 2-1 win. McKennie and Vlahovic for the goal scorers. I did call Vlahovic to get a brace today, and I'll tell you what, hopefully you got your Fantacalcio lineups set up. I was doing some tweaking last night, and I need a strong weekend. So let's see what happens. Adam coming in here with a 0-0 draw. Or it's a Juve coming in 2-0. Dushan and Locatelli. There you go. There you go. I'm just pulling up match here as we get ready to get into the action. Just getting the feed going here. I want to have a little bit more volume than normal. Don't want to get in copyright problems, but I do want to take advantage of the atmosphere that's expected at the stadium today. Antonio Conte gonna be in the stadium for this one. All right, we had some more news today of Cristiano Ronaldo add to the list of lawsuits, I guess, that are coming Juve's way. So he's suing for about 19 million euros owed. I believe Paulo Dybala has reached an agreement for 3 million euros. But we will see what develops here and what happens. It's just, you know what? Clean up the messes, clean up the loose ends, and let's move forward. So I don't really want to dwell too much on that. We got some more predictions coming in here. Levi, you at 3-2 and a good game incoming. 5 goals. Barn burner. Michael Razzo, 2-0, Chiesa and Dushan. Let's go. What's up, Val? I think it's going to be difficult. I think a 1-0 goal scored from Chiesa. Tight one. Okay, okay. I think we'll see some goals in this one. I think it'll be a little more open than maybe some are anticipating, but I also, could go either way because we have two teams. Like I said, you don't really know what to expect. And through three games, we saw a great, great positive start in the first one. Pretty weak first half, anyways, in our second match. And then second half, a little bit better, but still ultimately a weak showing compared to the first game. And then the last one, just a business-like performance based on the fact we were facing Empoli and whatnot. And Lazio, you just really don't know what you're getting. Are we going to get the Lazio that took it to Napoli? Or are we going to get the one that struggled in the first two games? Let's see what happens. Could go either way. And yes, let's listen to Michael Rasso. Get the likes up, everybody. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the AJC, which is all Juve all the time, baby. All right, and subscribe. Your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. I'm going to remind everybody to take a look into your Juventus official fan clubs near you. All right, I know there's a bunch of watch parties happening, even though it's 6 a.m. Close to me on the West Coast. I know that the boys in Hollywood have a watch party going on this early, which is fantastic. I was going to say what's up to the crew in Toronto, rocking a watch party there at 9 a.m. their time. So it's beautiful to see. And if you need help tracking one down near you, again, just reach out. For ways to support us, obviously, Super Chat is enabled. We have memberships now available through our YouTube. And, of course, then there's the merchandise, and everybody's loving our tribute to the one and only Gigi Buffon, all right? So there you go. Thank you to everybody who has chosen to support in one way or another. The absolute easiest way to show your love and support for the channel is simply sharing the content. Take clips from videos, lives, whatever, the daily update videos, and share them around. If you found something funny, you liked it, or anything, goes a long way, and we thank you all. Now, let's get here. We got Out saying that a corner goal, header or scrap from Gatti or Bremer, and free kick from Dushan for the 2-0 victory. There you go. There you go. A lot of positivity. I'm only seeing one draw out there so far, so everybody feeling pretty good about Juve getting the job done today, as we should. All right. At some point, Luca has to perform for us like he does it for the Squadra Azzurra. So we had a good discussion on the preview show, which had to take place yesterday, obviously because of the early start time for this game today. And some Juventines just don't believe we'll see it because of, obviously, personnel with Juventus versus the Azzurri. But I'm not so sure, and I think we can see this. And that has to be the benchmark for Locatelli, what we saw there. Every progression, every look he took was forward and looking to advance the ball. We can see that. We need to see that for Juventus. And personnel or not, like I said, there are opportunities where he gets a little gun shy, so to speak. I think we need to set that as the bar for Locatelli. Hopefully, it starts today in this one. To say I live in Malta, we have a nice club. I'm a member. That is beautiful, beautiful. I'd love to hear in the chat the numbers of the club. How many are in this club that you're a member of, Matthew? Love to hear. I know that Toronto is the biggest outside of Italy. The biggest fan club outside of Italy in Toronto, which is incredible. Big numbers out of there, so I'm curious. But yeah, I wish I had a fan club a bit closer to me, but I'm very happy to be a part of the group in Vancouver. And I believe for next weekend's game, I'm probably going to be at a watch party in Vancouver for that one. So all my friends who are in British Columbia, look forward to meeting you and seeing you at the watch party next weekend. More than 30. That is beautiful. Nice. That is solid. That'll make for some great watch parties for sure. Absolutely. That's beautiful. All right, waiting for the feed to finally get off of these Prem highlights. All right, don't really care. Surrounded by Prem heads, and they make me just sick of this league. Let's get to the action. Now, again, for those of you who may have just come in, here is our official starting 11. All right, so Szczesny in goal, Gatti, Bremer, Danilo. This is the three many Juventini wanted to see. Again, no Sandro. McKennie, Miretti, Locatelli, Rabiot, and Kostic. So the big surprise here, obviously, no Cambiaso being in the lineup. McKennie getting the nod over Wea. So here you go. McKennie and Kostic. I fully anticipate us to be heavy to one side. My one thing is I hope we don't just want to cross the ball, and if it's getting to either one of these guys has to pick it up and be the driving force here. Obviously, the one thing we're definitely going to watch is Kostic and Chiesa sharing the left side. That has looked a little bit awkward previously. Hopefully not the case today. As far as your midfielders, Miretti, Locatelli, Rabiot, I was expecting Fagioli to be in there, but Miretti, has been breaking the lines beautifully, so he gets a nod. Vlahovic, I think, has gotten the season off to a great start. I think he looks very positive in terms of attitude. I like everything I'm seeing from him, and he's getting some goals, being rewarded with some goals. I look for a strong showing from both of those guys up top. We're got the graphics popping up here. The feed is ready to rock here. And we're not far from kickoff, everybody, all right? Gonna get a little bit more juice to this. Try and get this crowd atmosphere going in here as they're going through the lineups in the stadium there. A couple flags in there in the curva, okay? A couple flags. But the sprinklers are going. They're going through the starting 11 in the stadium. And yeah, it is already louder than what I've seen. Yes, Vlahovic. The Serbian team, the game I saw, Alex, was absolutely brutal from all of them involved. We did see that one that somehow found its way in on an own goal from Vlahovic there, and I have no idea how you don't just pass that home into an open cage. Nonetheless, yeah. Hope it's not anything we saw from the Serbian match I watched during international break. But I'll be honest, I am jacked that the international break is over. Getting done with these international breaks, to be honest. Give me the club football day. Here's Ciro Immobile. Great club player. Can't deny that. I'll always be sour for the Azzurri showings and whatnot, but great club player he's been for Lazio. Matthew believes that Zaccagni and Thuram will go to Juve. Did any of you catch Khafren Thuram, his performance yesterday? Pretty solid. We see the curva here. They got some flags in there. So they managed to get some flags in there. Beautiful stuff. Stronger together. You see a lot of those shirts in the stands there with the initiative. Their black and their white t-shirts, trying to add this element to the stadium of the colors. Great initiative. Ton of scarves in there, some flags. Look at the curva there. Oh yeah, they all got something in there. Little flags, whatever they could get in there, they got in there, and that is beautiful to see. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now let's reward it with a strong showing and ultimately get this W. Let's get this W, everybody. 2-2. That's the second draw called in the live chat. Mario coming in here with a 2-2 draw on this one. So we've got 2 draws and a lot of victories being called here. Give me your Way too early prediction for man of the match. Who do you think is going to be man of the match in this game? I think if I'm going to look at this lineup for Juventus, how I believe this game is going to go, I am going to go. I'm going to say our man of the match today is going to be. I'm teetering between maybe Gatti, Locatelli, or I think Chiesa. And to be honest, I've called the brace for Vlahovic, but I actually think Chiesa will be our man of the match today. I think he's gonna cook in this one. I just got a feeling. Looking at that backline for Lazio, and I actually think our guys should be able to cook today, and I hope they do. So I'm gonna go with Federico Chiesa as my way too early prediction for man of the match. Let's see how everybody's feeling out there. So Adam coming in here with saying Rabiot. You've got Jeremiah going man of the match, Rabiot. Matthew saying Gatti. One that I laid out there. You got 1-0 Juve. Goal by Luca in the 80th. All right. Locatelli with the winner here. We've got Usam saying Chiesa. Calcio with Reno Z is going to give it to Gatti and Chiesa. Oh, and Alex P. Come on, man. Don't do the hive dirty like this. Rovella. Probably not. Probably not. Unless it's garbage minutes after Juve taking a strong lead. Then, okay, maybe. Which I hope we see. Hope we see Juve take a strong stranglehold on this game. Mario saying that Kostic is going to be man of the match. All right. Like the variance there in the man of the match calls, everybody. I like it. We've got the teams in the tunnel getting set to be let out by the referees, and here they come. We'll get them out here. We'll get the Serie A anthem. Do the coin toss, and then get to the action. Stadium looks great with that initiative with the shirts that are stronger together. The curva's going. I got good feelings about this game, everybody. I got great feelings about this one, everybody. Let's go. First measuring stick match for Juventus this season. Big one here. Let's go. Need a big one from the outsides here. Let's go. Team no sleep. Hey, I'm with you, buddy. I was jacked up last night, and I had a tough time sleeping. I've been ready for this one all week. All week. I was trying to find the details on if they have in fact lowered them, and I'm not 100% sure, but I hope they would have, because at the start they were actually increased. And given everything that was going on, that's just, yeah, that was a tough pill to swallow for fans and everything going on and what they've had to endure. But they may have lowered the prices. This one looks great. The house looks rocking today, and that's the way it should be. So absolutely happy for this. Steps in the right direction, everybody. Mario's going to say Kamada is going to be Lazio's man of the match. So he calls Kostic for Juventus and Kamada for Lazio. Ciro and Danilo set to take the coin toss here. This also marks Weston McKennie's 100th appearance for Juventus. That kind of snuck up out of nowhere, hey? 100th appearance for Weston McKennie. Does he get some type of impact, some type of big contribution in this game? Let's see. Fabio Maresca, the referee. Pagliardini, Baccini, his assistants. Take a look at the VAR center here. Massimiliano Irati in there with Maggioni. Hopefully Hopefully they don't have any type of impact on this game. We got the team taking the starting 11 photo. Let's rock and roll. Crowd's looking alive today. Beautiful. 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 Maresca. Yeah, I mean we always hope that the referee performances are good, but honestly, ultimately, we just got to take care of business. We got to take care of business, but hopefully there's no impact there. Absolutely, Nikki. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see the stadium like this. The crowd, it's beautiful. Beautiful to see. We're getting ready for kickoff here, everybody. Checking the with the keeps. Ready to blow the whistle. I may not hear it because this crowd's beautiful. There we go. We got kickoff, everybody. Let's go. Forza Juve, fino alla fine. Take care of business. Danilo now. Over to Kostic on the left. Quickly trying to advance this ball. Pass inside. Finds Locatelli. Back to Danilo. Inside to Locatelli. Quickly being pressed back. He goes all the way back to Tech. And now Juve regrouping at the back. Immobile, a little bit of pressure on Bremer. Locatelli showing for. Now distributing to Danilo. He's got Kostic to his left, plays it in. Trying to go ahead, trying to find Chiesa. He couldn't really get a touch on it, but it's cleared out at the back. Chiesa quickly looking to put this back in. Vlahovic taking on his man. It's called back on the whistle. Chiesa quickly trying to get that thrown in. Up there for Vlahovic, who was making a run. We see Massimiliano Allegri. Loved his presser ahead of this one, to be honest. Threw some jabs out there at some players that had left for their attitudes. Obviously, calling the Bonucci thing a soap opera, saying he's not much fan of it. And I'm fine just shutting it down. There's nothing to add. We don't need to keep stockpiling on something that didn't need to be this big of a thing. I think both parties have their faults in the way it went down, but nonetheless, ultimately, Bonucci's actions, you just can't do that. Can't do that and be taken seriously about your legacy. So he is pissed on it, unfortunately. Sync up if you're a little bit ahead. Lazio now. Trying to come up their left flank. Pass cut off by Gatti. He's trying to turn this around. Earns a foul here. Send the bodies forward. Take advantage early. Luis Alberto getting the foul there on Gatti. As he cut inside on him. Just a leg stuck out there from Luis Alberto. Or Gatti had a little bit of space there. I like Gatti's willingness to make these plays. Get cut in and get forward. Come on, Juve. Let's get an early one. Listen to the stadium. Love it. Man, it's been way too long. 2 minutes 27 in, and I'm absolutely loving the atmosphere. Chiesa stands over this. He's going to send this one in. Moretti goes off here. Here's Chiesa's ball in. Going to the spot. Headed out. Only as far as Kostic. He has a rip. Oh, Provedel's got to get a hand to it, and it goes out for a corner kick for Juventus. But I believe there's a foul called before this. There you go. Love the positivity on having the rip there. And it ended up being called back for offside. So offside on the set piece. Yeah, it was Bremer offside. All right. Kostic moving inside. There you go. Locatelli now. Finding Moretti, who finds Kostic. Kostic. Over to Chiesa. They're both on the flank here. Rabiot in for Locatelli. Locatelli over to Chiesa. Chiesa quickly closed down with 2 players. Oh, has a quick pass in there. It's cut out. Was clipped late. Nothing doing. Here's Gatti. He's got to be forced to go back to Szczesny. Juve's going to regroup. Opening 4 minutes. Been pretty much Juventus on the ball for its entirety here. Here's a long ball forward. Well short of Vlahovic. Rabiot coming in there trying to win this ball. Trying to spray it over for Chiesa. Nothing doing. Chiesa's applying a lot of pressure here. Provadel's going to have it out to the left. Provedel now has it at his feet. Light pressure. Nothing really from Juve. They're just marking up here. You're going to have Casale on it here. Inside, as Alberto shows, to try and distribute here. Now over to Marusic. Up for Felipe Anderson. Little through ball here. Marusic trying to get this one back, but Bremer cleans it up easily. Here's Tech on it. Launches this one towards McKennie. Headed back. It's going to go all the way out. Going to end up being a goal kick for Juventus. Let's go. Come on. 5 minutes in. Juve, majority of play in this one. Had a chance from Kostic, but called back for offside on the set piece. Kostic trying to do work here. Here's Rabiot. Oh, his touch leads him a little too far. Locatelli now on it for Juve. Tries to spray this one out to McKennie with his left foot. Nothing doing. But Juve back in possession. Locatelli to Rabiot. Now over to Danilo. Tries to find Chiesa. He does right away. You know the double team's coming. Here's Kostic with the overlap. Chiesa, little ball in. Miretti tries a little back heel. Almost sits for Chiesa, but cleared at the last possible second by Lazio. Nice move there from Juventus. Keep it going. Here's Bremer. He's going to be forced back to Szczesny as Immobile applying pressure there. That was a nice movement, and Chiesa's going to have to react quickly because those double teams are coming. Kostic did well with the overlap there to help him out. A nice run from Miretti into the area there, giving Chiesa that option for the 1-2. And it didn't miss by much. Here's Kostic trying to send Miretti through as he continues to just press forward. Try to attack the open pockets of space, whether it be central or on flanks. Miretti does that very, very well. Here we go. Miretti. Inside. Chiesa. Over to Rabiot now. Oh, his touch again. Heavy touches from Adrian Rabiot today. Settle that down, my man. Here's McKennie on it. Back to Rabiot. Locatelli wants it inside. Rabiot goes back to Bremer. Locatelli still wants it. He finds it now. Moves it to Danilo. Danilo trying to have this ball over to the left flank. Actually ended up splitting Vlahovic and Kostic. Neither one of them getting as Marusic easily handles it. And now Lazio in possession at the back. Romagnoli. Now to Isaj. Luis Alberto wants it. He picks it up. Locatelli quickly marks him. Little move inside. Zaccagni as he dropped back. And Miretti clips his heels and an early yellow. A 7-minute yellow for Miretti. That's not going to bode well for him. Early yellow there for Miretti. Oh man, that's a frustrating yellow to take there, but didn't want him running in at the defense. Had to make a call. Chose that. Right call on the yellow. Early one for Miretti. That tough to see him sticking this game throughout. He'll end up getting changed. We'll see Fagioli for sure at some point. Little 1-2 from Lazio there. Cut out by Juventus. Chiesa trying to get a break here. Quickly closed down by 3 players. Kostic now. Over to Locatelli. Back to Bremer. Bremer to Gatti. Lazio trying to put the squeeze on. Locatelli now over to McKennie. His ball forward, cut off. Here we go. Miretti doing some work on the sideline there. All right, Meretti quickly kicks things off again. Locatelli with a feint, then trying to splash this one over to Chiesa, finds him. Nice ball there. Danilo now inside for Rabiot. Rabiot over to Chiesa. Take your man on. Danilo's gotten all the way forward. No, sorry, that's Kostic. Oh, the ball forward from Chiesa. A little too far for Kostic, and Marusic just blocks him out. Still quickly trying to spread Lazio out and find Chiesa right away on that left flank. Seems to be the main sequence so far for Juventus. Miretti getting forward, breaking lines again. Good pressure there from Bremer. Swallows up Immobile there. Locatelli just puts one beyond McKennie. Does well to keep it in. In for Locatelli. Tries to find Vlahovic. Oh my god, what a goal, everybody. Vlahovic. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. What a start, baby. Vlahovic, let's go. There you go. There's a first. Gatti and Vlahovic celebrating. What a ball in from Locatelli. Mamma mia, Dusan. Holy smokes, that caught me off guard. Didn't look like much, but great ball in from Locatelli. Getting the apple on that one, and Vlahovic. What a finish on his off foot. Short side beating Provedel. McKennie. They're going to look at that. I thought that ball was out, but play was allowed to continue. Locatelli with a sharp low ball in. And Vlahovic just swipes at that thing, putting it short side. They're definitely going to take a look at the play on the sideline there from McKennie, but that is a great, great start for Juventus. So they are checking it. I'm going to put it up on the board right now. Let's see what happens. Goal stands 1-0 Juve. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go. Dusan. Dusan was called to be my goal, my brace. So they took the ball. That ball's going to be auctioned off. So the Vlahovic goal that makes it 1-0 Juventus going to be auctioned off. There you go. They get the new ball in play, and we kick things off again. Beautiful start for Juventus. Beautiful start. Vlahovic, that's a beautiful goal. There we go, everybody. 1-0 Juve. Keep pressing here, and there you go. Danilo with a beautiful press. Rabiot now quickly finding Miretti. Miretti over to Danilo. Over to Chiesa. Let's go. Isolated. Here comes the double team, but he takes it to his left. Has a cross in. It's going back post just beyond McKennie. Gatti. Look at Gatti closing down. He does well there. Has a low hard cross. It's trying to get dealt with from Lazio. They're trying to do this at feet, but a foul there. And Miretti's got to take it easy here. You're already on a yellow. Man, beautiful, beautiful. And if Lazio wants to play around at feet inside there to try and get out of their area, let them do it and keep putting them under. Luis Alberto not happy at all with that foul there. Gatti doing incredible work there, shutting that thing down. Puts a nice low hard cross in. Just nobody at that short side, unfortunately. Now Lazio has it back into play. Provedel on it. Sali. Kamada and Anderson work a 1-2. Close down there, no foul. Locatelli goes inside to Chiesa. One touch for Kostic now. Kostic plays it in for Chiesa. He's on his left foot. Has a low hard cross. It's deflected out. It's going to be a corner kick. Chiesa stating his claim as to where he's looking to put that ball in. Beautiful start from Juventus, though. Beautiful start from Juve. Everything is there right now. The urgency, the press, the ball movement, the off the ball movement is beautiful. The progressions are there. Good start. Let's get another one on this corner. Ball's played to the top for Kostic. He's going to have a rip. Oh, and he forces a save from Provedel. Nice smash there from Kostic. Oh, looked like it might have snaked a bit. And Provedel almost caught. In the end, deflects it over his bar. We're going to have another corner kick. Miretti walking away from this one. Here comes Kostic. So we're going to have an outswinger with the left here. Let's get ahead on this. Here's the ball in. Oh, headed out again. And another corner kick. That one was in Danilo's area, but cleared away by Lazio. Still, the pressure remains. 14 minutes, 30 seconds, another corner kick. Kostic set to take it again. Here's the ball in. Short side. Oh! McKennie flicks it onto the back post, and then it goes over the goal. That almost made it 2. Oh my God, was that Bremer? No, it was Vlahovic, and he puts that one high. Wow, he's going to want that one back. All right, still though, great start from Juventus. Let's go. We've got more goals in this one. Keep it rolling. Lazio now on the ball. Isaj trying to come up this left flank. Zaccagni showing short. 1-2 with Immobile. You can only go back to Isaj and the pressure comes. Miretti pushing back. Now Vlahovic will push all the way to Provedel. He's going to go all the way out to the right flank with Marusic. No pressure coming from Kostic there. You could see Chiesa looking back, wondering where, but he was sitting back. And now they try to move it forward there, Lazio through the right flank. Here's a ball forward. Immobile looking for a call. Is he going to get that? There's nothing there. Bremer stayed in his case. You get a card on that? Wow. So Bremer getting the yellow there. Wow, so we've got first quarter of the hour here, and you got a yellow on Bremer. You got a yellow on Miretti. Man, he is not shy with the yellows in this one. Okay. Lazio gonna have a set piece here. Man. Here's Luis Alberto. Oh, plays it through here. Felipe Anderson has a rip. And it's blocked out. It's going to be corner kick for Lazio here. Everybody, let's take a second. Get those likes up here. Let's get the likes on that video. Come on. Dusan Vlahovic has Juventus in the lead 1-0. Luis Alberto set to take this corner kick. And here it is. In, cleared out. Lazio still in possession, but it's all the way at half line. Sai. Luis Alberto. Luis Alberto's trying to make his way over. He had Kamada in his spot after the set piece. Now Marusic. Felipe Anderson. He's trying to take on Miretti, but in comes Danilo to see this one out for a goal kick. Easily handled there by Juventus. Goal kick. Bremer's going to just slot it over for Szczesny. Szczesny. Up on the right to Gatti. Oh, tries to play one in there for Miretti. It's cut out. Lazio trying to come back at Juve here. Ball through. Good cleanup there from Bremer. As Alberto found Immobile there. He almost cut in. If he's cutting in there, he's going to have a rip. So that's a big intervention there from Bremer. Early yellow will affect our gameplay, Mark. Yeah, you don't want to see these two guys on yellow so early. Lazio starting to grow in this one now. Here's a corner. Doesn't get by the first line of defense. Miretti there. Lazio does get the throw in deep in Juve's territory. Sai trying to work a 1-2. Tries to just end up, in the end, just keep it from going out for a goal kick. Closed in on the 20-minute mark here. Gatti's on it. He's going to launch this one forward. Vlahovic pushed off. Pretty easy there. Here's Locatelli. He's trying to go over the top four. Chiesa cleared out. Will be Juventus throw-in. Gatti's on it. All the way to Tech. Immobile putting a little bit of pressure. Tech's going to try to go up to Kostic. Too high. Lazio gets a throw-in. Take a look at some of the numbers. Right now, it's 46% possession for Juventus, 54% for Lazio. 5 total attempts for Juve, 2 on target. No attempts yet from Lazio. 1 big chance for Juve, 1 big chance missed. And that would be that header from Dusan Vlahovic. Lazio now moving the ball around the perimeter. Marusic over to Felipe Anderson. Back to Marusic. Oh, Vlahovic not far from cutting off that pass. Lazio trying to go over the top. Ooh, trying to keep that, but trying to guard that out. In the end, an error. They have an attempt at setting this one up, but Szczesny easily swallows that one. Yeah, trying to cut him off. Maybe trying to even draw a foul. There was Danilo on Kamada. But man, Kamada couldn't end up finding anybody. Like I said, cut off nicely by Szczesny. 21 minutes. Let's go, everybody. Come on. Got to pick it back up again. That start was absolutely electric. Laying off a bit now. Lazio starting to grow into this one. We got to get back on the ball. Provedel now over to Isai. Sai up to Zaccagni. Little 1-2 with Luis Alberto, and there you go. McKennie gets back, goal side. Just trying to keep tabs. Locatelli comes in to clean up. Ooh, McKennie slides out there and Luis Alberto can't get it. He drops it back. Oh, and there's another foul. Miretti. That's definitely not close or worthy of a yellow. Soft foul there. But, man. Miretti is definitely, the way this game is going, and Lazio growing and us having to defend more, starting to take more fouls on. Yeah, Miretti's definitely not going to see second half. The game continues in this fashion. I don't think he'll see second half, period. He's in the thick of things in the middle, and it's too risky. Too risky. Getting shouts to happen already there from Forza Juve saying, get Miretti out. Here's the ball in from Luis Alberto. Headed down to the top of the area. Another flick added by Vlahovic, or Kostic, excuse me. Chiesa applying a ton of pressure there, but Lazio able to escape it, still with possession. But push back. Casale on it. Trying to find Immobile up at the top. Bremer's going to call for Tech to come out and scoop this one up. Ball's back in Juve's possession. We've got to get on the ball a little more again. The way we started the game here. Szczesny just rolling it out for Locatelli. Over to Danilo. Now to Kostic on the left. Back inside for Locatelli. Tries a left-footed ball. Trying for a long through ball there. Lazio can't get the ball settled in the middle as they try to pass through. It's going to go out for Juventus throw-in. Now, I appreciate Locatelli looking forward a lot and often in this game, but when we're coming off a spell where we haven't gathered possession again, maybe you don't take that long attempt there and just try and soak up some possession here for Juve. Oh, Kamada comes in with a rip. Big stop from Tech there. Big stop from Tech. Ball was bouncing around. They just touch it over to Kamada, who runs in there and hammers that thing. Big stop. Corner kick here for Lazio. Luis Alberto set to have this one in. It's an outswinger. It's in there, headed right at Tech. Romagnoli with the header. Oh, here we go. Oh, just about trying to get Chiesa stretched out there. It's just headed out. Allegri just to ask. Looks like he's telling everybody just to calm down with the possession here. Here's Rabiot. Back to Bremer. He's being closed down by two, but he gets out of it nicely. Over to Locatelli now. Locatelli to Kostic. Inside for Chiesa. And again, just, yeah. Get that possession. Calm it down a little bit. Let's get on the ball a bit. There's Locatelli splashing it out to McKennie. Beautiful. McKennie trying to take on his man. Little pass inside. Little 1-2. Oh, McKennie's touch. Chiesa with the rip short side. Let's go, Chiesa. Beautiful goal. Let's go 2-0 Juve. Fede gets on the score sheet. Beautiful. And hey, again, what did I say after the international break? That's the Locatelli I want to see. Sprays it out beautifully. Switch and field to McKennie. McKennie taking his man on. Lovely 1-2. Miretti involved there in the area. McKennie's touch took it beyond, but Juve gets on the ball, ultimately finding Chiesa, who slots it short side. 2-0 Juve. Come on, baby. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Left-footed strike short side. Come on, Fede. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 2-0 Juventus. That's a nice hit. That's a nice hit. Come on. Come on. Hold that, Lotito. Hold that. Let's go. Lazio on the ball now. After kicking things off, down 2-0 to Juventus. Just shy of the half-hour mark in this one. No foul there given to Immobile. Coming through the back here. Trying to find Zaccagni on the left there. McKennie watching him. Sees it out. It's going to be another corner kick for Lazio. Just holding that ball a little too long there. Gave Immobile the opportunity to make the play there. Here's Kamada at the top. He's going to have a rip. But weak shot ultimately and well wide of the goal from Kamada. 2-0 Juventus. A beautiful, beautiful start here, everybody. Let's go. Closing in on the 28-minute mark. Stadium's rocking. We got a 2-0 lead against Lazio. First measuring stick match of the season. Beautiful stuff so far. Mamma mia, Fede. Fede and Vlahovic leading the charge. You know what? I've realized my Fantacalcio is going to live and die by those two. And I'm fine with it. And I'm here for it. And I ended up slapping the vice captaincy on Chiesa for Fantacalcio this week. So let's go. More goals? More goals out of these two? Bring it on. Come on. Luis Alberto looking to pull some strings. Immobile's having to come well back to get involved here, trying to work some 1-2s. This is cleaned up. Rabiot now on it. Finding Miretti. He's got a foul there. No foul. Okay, that's okay though. Juve back in possession now. Kostic. Danilo making the overlap here. He's pressing. Coming down the left side. Chiesa looking to get involved. Danilo slots it inside. Miretti doing well here. Has a hit. Oh, trying to curl it back post. Nice hit, Miretti. Oh, man, that is nice. That's a nice attempt there. Beautiful. Chiesa up around there, lurking around, demanding attention at the back there. Opens up a little bit of space for Miretti to try and put that. Beautiful stuff here, everybody. Beautiful stuff here when we are pressing and attacking. Lazio now trying to get out of their area here, being pushed back. Felipe Anderson just keeps this one in. Now trying to get them out of there here. Finding Alberto. Trying to push and surge Lazio forward. Zaccagni now on the left. McKennie watching him. Forcing him to his left. And again, blocks his cross. Sees it out. It's going to be a corner kick for Lazio. Gotta say, ultimately, that's a good call. Probably going with McKennie over Wea by Max Allegri. Zaccagni's got pace. He's got wheels. Here's the cross in. It's headed to the 6. Rabiot. Chiesa chest down and then has it out. And look at this. Miretti. Stretching us out. Demanding Alberto try and take the ball from him. Can't. Finding Chiesa. Oh, Vlahovic has a rip, but ultimately, slow shot. Easily handled by Provedel. Again, Juve looking dangerous each time they come back here. Charles Alonso coming. Are you kidding me? Chiesa's completely too fitted. That was a nice slash with the left there. Lazio. Now again, Zaccagni on the left. Luis Alberto comes in, try and pull some strings, drops it off for him. Immobile again, like I said, having to drop way back to try and get on the ball. And Bremer always keeping eyes on Immobile. Felipe Anderson wants the ball here. He gets it. Marusic gives him an overlap. Trying to play a little 1-2. Here's Kamada. Back to Casale. Over to Anderson. Ball inside. Little 1-2. Cleaned up. Cleared all the way back to Casale. Kamada and Casale with a quick little exchange. Hisai wants it. He's going to get it now on the left. Again, Zaccagni just hugging that byline there on the left flank. He gets it now. Miretti comes in, closes down. Zaccagni cuts in, to the right over to Anderson. Drop back for Marusic. Immobile again having to come all the way back, and Locatelli all over him. Here's a through ball deep. Tech has to come out. Thought the player might have been offside. Marusic is down after colliding with Tech. Bob Anthony, O'Connor, Vlahovic finally getting his form. He started off the season strong, everybody. He's doing well. There's nothing there. Ultimately a minor collision. Luis Alberto set to take another corner kick for Lazio. 5 corner kicks so far for Lazio. 3 for Juventus. Here's the corner. Going to the back post. Cleared out by Gatti. Kamada. Cataldi on it there. His pass inside was cut off. There's a foul there. Advantage given to Juventus. Now finally blown down. Juve lobbying for a yellow there. It's pretty quick on the yellow in some other directions. Luis Alberto was trying to get a cheeky pen there. Calling for the tug on his shirt. Here's Rabiot making a cut to the inside. Laying it off for Gatti. Back in for Rabiot. Ooh, tried a little back heel for Moretti. It's a little short. Moretti just couldn't corral it. Lazio back in possession. Juve is going to push them back here. Alberto finding some space. Just playing ahead for Zaccagni, and now he's off. McKennie trying to just slow him down. Gatti now on it. He slows him down. Pass drop back. Isai and Zaccagni. Now back for Alberto. Marusic wants it on the right. He's going to get it. He's probably going to have a hit. It feints one time. Has a hit left. It's blocked. It's going to go out. It's going to be a throw-in for Lazio deep in Juve's territory. 35 minutes through in this first half. It's 2-0 for Juventus. We've looked dangerous in the attack. Lazio has grown in terms of possession as this half has gone on. But ultimately, just one strong chance for them coming through Kamada. Kostic back to Tech. He's going to pop this one forward, heading McKennie's way. He's going to head it inside, looking Moretti's way, but that's cut out. Good work from Luis Alberto to get back there. Kamada wanted it. Doesn't get it. They go over to the left for Zaccagni. He's running at McKennie. Little flick on, looking Immobile's way. That's cut out. Felipe Anderson has moved centrally, trying to get involved in the attack here. Now finding Zaccagni. Over to Luis Alberto. Trying to pull some strings. Zaccagni on it again. Double team comes as Chiesa comes to help McKennie. Now over for Luis Alberto. Over to Marusic. And Lazio has got so narrow here. And Danilo eats one there from Kamada. And gets a chance to slow things down, and Juve can regroup. Losing possession too quickly. Mark 1. Vlahovic gets fouled there on his hold-up. Lazio giving Maresca the gears here. Maresca now calling for Ciro. Card him. Card him. Locatelli trying to splash it out. McKennie's way, gets it to him. Settled down by McKennie. Back for Gatti. Locatelli's inside, wants it. Over to McKennie, excuse me. Tried to play it in here. Locatelli squeezing in here. Oh, wanted the through run from Moretti, but Moretti was cutting in. It's all right. Vlahovic continues to urge his men forward. Appreciating the forward progression there in play. Brovedel on it. And Chiesa just standing back. Juve just watching them essentially hold that on the perimeter. Here's Zaccagni now. Closed down by Bremer and Moretti. And Lazio, again, a lot of possession at the back. Marusic. Little 1-2 with Felipe Anderson. Tries to have another one out there. Rabiot is in good possession. Holy. Gets pushed off by Marusic. But Tech all over it. Comes up, cleans it up. Romagnoli. Over to his side. To Zaccagni now. Miretti comes in to help. Locatelli now closing down on Luis Alberto. 1-2 with Immobile, who has to come back deep. Again, tries a little flick on from Felipe Anderson. Marusic hits it back in centrally. Vlahovic settles it down for Locatelli. Gets tackled, but the ball falls for Vlahovic. He's just trying to maintain possession. Surrounded by players looking for help. Help came too late, and he had already lost possession. Lazio back on it. 39 minutes, 23 seconds. Lazio trying to come through the middle with Kamada. Oh, Danilo goes through. Sorry, that was Luis Alberto on that one. Two of them are mixing me up watching Kamada and Alberto. But that was Luis Alberto, and Danilo went in hard. Lazio again controlling this one on the perimeter. Little pressure there from Chiesa. Forces Lazio to just pump this ball forward, and Juve's back in possession through Bremer. To Locatelli, back to Bremer. Oh, bad ball forward. Nowhere near any Juve player from Bremer. Alberto intercepts. Oh, Danilo cuts off the inside pass from Felipe Anderson. It's going to be a corner kick for Lazio. We got to start getting back in the balance on this one, everybody. Got to start getting a little bit more possession. And just being a little bit more, a little stronger on the possession. We've dropped down to 36% possession. We do look dangerous when we go at Lazio, but we do need to maintain a little more possession. Ball in from Alberto, headed clear. Kamada. On and out for Lazio. Having it back in the mixer. Here's Zaccagni. Settling it down. Being pushed out of the area by Gatti. Being marked. Here's a cross in. Headed out by Danilo. Chiesa applying a lot of pressure to Lazio on the perimeter there, but he's solo. Locatelli giving him the thumbs up as he comes up to help. Luis Alberto on, and now Rabiot comes out to mark him. Ball's on the outside now. Zaccagni's way. He's going to cut inside again. Pass finding its way to Anderson. Immobile. Bad pass inside. Easily cut off. And now Juve running away with it. Miretti's going to eat the foul there. No foul given. And now gets the second foul. The first one was a foul, but he gets the second one. And Juve should just control possession here for a bit. Trying to kick things off immediately there with Kostic, but just calm down a minute, boys. Get the possession back. Let's relax. Rabiot on it here. And Immobile gets a foul there. Here's Gatti on it. He's going to launch this one over to the left. Settled down by Chiesa. It's Kostic behind him. Plays it to him. Danilo's there. Locatelli. Pass inside for Rabiot over to Kostic. Back to Danilo. And Danilo now going all the way out to the right. Splashing out to McKennie. He settles it down. He's got Zaccagni on him. Cuts inside. Finding Locatelli. Locatelli trying to go back post with that ball. It's over Vlahovic's head. Goes out for a goal kick. Wasn't a bad ball. But Vlahovic trying to hold up there on it. And nobody at that back post. Kamada over to Felipe Anderson. Back to Marusic. Casale to Romagnoli. And Isai's going to have some room coming up the left flank. Locatelli now steps forward. Zaccagni on it again. And Juve just right now content with keeping Lazio on the perimeter. Forza Juve 2-0. Hey, you called 2-0 at the first half. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. Let's get out of this one, not conceding anything, and focus on a little bit more possession in the second half. I believe you'll see Moretti leave this game at halftime. Although the chippiness has kind of settled, I still ultimately would probably get him out of there just because he is in the thick of things. Here's a ball forward looking for Immobile. All he could do is flick it easily into the hands of Wojciech Szczesny. E Forza Juve. Sempre. Fino alla fine. Like I said, a week of nonsense when it comes to news and whatnot. This is what I was dying for, is the action. Getting back to the action. And I tell you what, I think we got more goals coming. More goals coming. Zaccagni coming in. Shot easily handled by Wojciech Szczesny. 10 minutes away from the 45. We'll get some stoppage time. Shut that down there. We got 2 minutes of added time in this half here. And I agree with you, Mark. I agree with you. It's a shame he got that early yellow because he's actually doing very, very well. Again, getting into those spaces very well. Asking questions of Lazio defensively. Had a nice attempt trying to curl one beyond Provedel there. Lazio on the ball here. Almost a minute already through the 2 minutes of added stoppage. Luis Alberto on it, scanning. Nowhere to really go but the perimeter. They try very, very quick 1-2s in tight, but the three-man defense there eating those up all day so far. Locatelli's going to get called. Or sorry, Medetti's going to get another call there. Miretti is definitely not coming out of the tunnel for the second half. Here he's got a hand on Zaccagni's shoulder there. It's not that that would be worthy of a yellow in my personal opinion, but you're playing with fire. So Lazio is going to finish this half with a set piece here, as we're at 46 minutes, 30 seconds. Man, Luis Alberto is one rugged-looking individual. And here's the ball in. Headed out by McKennie. Here, have back into the mixer from Cataldi there. Headed out again. Luis Alberto settles it down. And that's going to be it. It's going to be halftime. Juve. Let's go. 2-0 lead. And Gene coming in here looking for the quick recap as he's just tuning in here. Let's go. So, Juve getting off to a great start. Locatelli finding Vlahovic, who does well to finish that one for the 1-0 lead. That was 10 minutes into the game. Juve looking dangerous quite often when they are attacking Lazio. Chiesa with a left-footed shot short side after another great switch field from Locatelli, finding McKennie, who did well to cut inside. They were trying to work a 1-2. It didn't happen, but Juve recovered it. Rabiot finding the loose ball in the area, and then Chiesa hitting it off his feet, essentially into the short side, so Juve get the 2-0 lead. There was a period there where Lazio really grew into this, having a lot of possession, but ultimately not very dangerous. Not very dangerous from Lazio. Juve doing well, pushing them to the outsides. But again, I think I'd like to see a little more balance in terms of the possession from Juventus. We're going to get to the stats right now. So we finished with 34% possession. Juve did, okay? You've got Lazio at 66. Total attempts from both teams, 8 for Juve, with 4 of them being on target. 7 for Lazio, 4 being on target. But Nothing too dangerous. Kamada had a really, really great rip at the top of the area. That was dangerous. That Tech made a big save on. Again, one you would expect, though, as it was very central shot. Big chances. One big chance for Juve. One big chance missed. No big chances created by Lazio. And the big chance we missed was flick on off a set piece. McKennie flicking it on, and Vlahovic having it clear shot at the goal off his head and putting it well over the target. That was our big chance miss. But every time we move forward, we are looking dangerous. We do have yellow cards. Bremer picked one up. Miretti picked one up very, very early. And I believe that Miretti will not see the second half in this one. You would have to think that he's going to be substituted off and Fagioli's going to be the one coming into this match. I would make that move. All right? If we're going to look at the early rating so far, keep in mind this is from SofaScore. We'll go through them. Szczesny's got a 7.4 already. Did get called upon a few times. One save being very, very strong. I'd put him at a 7. Gatti's at a 6.8. Bremer's at a 6.7. Danilo's at a 6.9. I think all those guys did a great job. Bremer's yellow, I thought, was pretty harsh. In my opinion, it didn't even look like there was much there, but nonetheless, he picks up a yellow. Miretti's is a yellow. He's got to come off there. His rating so far, 6.6. McKennie's at a 7.2. I thought McKennie, it makes sense seeing him in there, and a good call from Max Allegri for me personally, because Weah defensively and Lazio really being strong on the left with Luis Alberto and Zaccagni, it makes sense that McKennie's in there. So that's a great call from Max Allegri, in my opinion. Miretti, I expect a change to be made there. Locatelli, 7.1. No problems with how Luca's playing. This is the Locatelli I want to see. First look, always forward, looking to progress. Rabiot, a 7. Rabiot's been doing his job. He's been winning the balls in the middle of the pitch. He has been active in the final third. He got to that loose ball in the area that ultimately landed on Chiesa's foot for the second goal. Kostic, a 6.8. He's done just fine. He's done just fine as well. He's getting involved. He had a rip that got called back off an offside ahead of that on a set piece, but Kostic has done fine. Chiesa and Vlahovic. Chiesa 7.5, Vlahovic 7.1. I love both of them and what they're doing in this game. Fantastic stuff, especially from Chiesa. Chiesa has the highest rating so far in the first half, and I would agree with that. He is looking dangerous every single time, and it doesn't matter if the double team is coming. He was taking it to his left foot, putting some good dangerous crosses in, and he's very, very active and finding a great goal for the 2-0 lead for Juventus. All right, so beautiful, beautiful stuff there. We got a call here. Hit pre-saying Luca is turning into a world-class player. Luca needs to take a step up, and guys, it's no coincidence, okay? One of his biggest supporters, me, I finally called him out on the last live show and said, I need him to start bringing more. Then he goes and plays for the Azzurri, has that showing, and I said, bring it home, buddy. Bring it for Juve. There's no reason you can't do that for Juventus. This is the Locatelli we need all the time, all right? Much, much better from Locatelli. And Animesh acknowledging it too. Much, much better from Locatelli. So if you guys have anybody you need me to call out, let's go. Let's go. Dushan and Fede are killing it. Hope one of them score another this half. Hey, I needed a big week in Fantacalcio, all right? So this has been just so welcomed, everybody, okay? Again, you get a week of just garbage news and brutal shit to deal with. The Pogba scenario, Bonucci and all this. Then now even today, Ronaldo suing the club for money owed and all this nonsense. This is the best thing about it. It comes down to this. We got the good news about the Ultras. We see the atmosphere. The crowd even just looks nice with them sending out these stronger, united t-shirts. So you have black sections, white sections of the crowd. It looks amazing. And then you have the curva, loud and proud. I love it. I love it. This is great. And the first measuring stick match, we have a solid half of football. We got to close the game out. I still say Juve's got at least another goal in the second half coming. My ultimate scoreline was 3-1, but I'll be honest, if we continue in this manner, we might not be conceding, and this could be a clean sheet, all right? This is a great first half of football, and this is what you want to do to these teams. When you've got them at home, you get the place rocking, the Curva's rocking, you get the early lead, and then you just keep going at them. And Lazio is susceptible to giving up chances because of how they played. Like when they try to find opportunities forward, they are sending bodies, and Juve's been jumping on that. And that's why we kind of lost some of the balance in possession, because Lazio, it takes them a while to work up to that because they send bodies forward, but they don't do so quickly. They do it in build-up, so they work the ball around to Zaccagni, they work the ball around to Luis Alberto, then Immobile shows short, then Felipe Anderson starts to squeeze in, and you could start to see them get very, very narrow towards the final third. But when we get the ball back, we're looking to pounce on that because they've sent so many bodies forward, and they're so narrow and compact. There's space everywhere, but again, we lose the possession when it doesn't work out like that. And that's where the balance started to get tipped. In the second half, I look for Juve to start to control that a little bit better. Tony Trim coming from the watch party. There you go. Fired up. We should be fired up, all right. 2-0. Vlahovic, Chiesa again on goals. Strong half from Juventus. And I say we got more goals, brother. More goals coming from Juve. At least one more coming in the second half. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, everybody. Absolutely beautiful stuff. 2-0. We've got, and again, everybody's got to take a look at the significance of this game this weekend, okay? First measuring stick match going up against Lazio, who just beat Napoli very convincingly, okay, prior to coming into this game. You get the international break. Juve up 2-0. You've got the Derby della Madonnina happening this weekend as well, okay? So that's going to be essentially when this game ends, that one will begin, and that's going to be Inter Milan going at it. So this was a big one for Juventus, and we got started exactly how we needed to. And now we got to see it through second half. I still say we got a goal coming. Juve's going to finish this one with 3 goals, everybody. Do we have more? Does anybody call more than 3? You think we're going to get more than just a third? I don't know. But that table's looking very, very good at the moment, all right? So Juventus, if things obviously remain, would go to 10 points. And then you would have, right now, Inter and Milan are sitting at 9. They are set to play each other again right after us. Lecce right now, sitting at 7 points in 4th there. But the table's looking very, very nice right now with Juve sitting atop as it stands. And you can't help but, I still say we should be perfect this way through, and that would be epic. But again, still strong. Would remain undefeated, would take top of the table, waiting that Derby della Madonnina. And how does everybody think that game is going to go down? What do you think is going to happen in that Derby della Madonnina today? Animesh, yes, that table looks very, very good. Michael Razzo saying hopefully that derby ends in a draw. Everybody's hoping, most hoping for a draw there. So only 1 point to each side. Stefano believes Inter will get the victory. I don't know with that one. I actually think a draw would... I think a draw highly likely in that game, to be honest. And yes, everybody hoping for the draw. Mark believes Inter will comfortably win. So we got a couple calls thinking Inter's going to get by Milan there. Charles saying Milan will get the victory. There you go. We know what everybody's hoping for. I'm curious what everybody thinks is going to happen in that game. Obviously, we want the draw there. Figaro saying Milan is definitely better. Stefano saying Inter are super strong. Calvin calling the 1-1 draw. Beautiful. Hey, reminder everybody, while you're in here for the halftime, let's get the likes up on the video, okay? If you're new to the channel, hey, it's the AJC, the All Juve cast, baby. And it's all Juve all the time. Let's get these likes up here. Subscribe. Acid coming in here. I bet it will end as a 3-1 Juve. That would go strong for my prediction. And then I would love to put it in the knee guy's face tomorrow on the prediction one after he did in the last matchup. Is it too early to say Max Allegri is back? Calma. All right? Calma. No, you know what? I said this a bit through these first 3 matches and now going into this one. We're seeing great stuff from the team. We're seeing good, positive sequences and everything. And it's just a matter of building off all of that. But it's funny to me when you hear things like Locatelli goes and has a good show with the Azzurri, and people immediately believe, like, yeah, you can't do that with us because of personnel and whatnot, and because of it's like nonsense. You know, a part of all of this, and a big part of it, is the players as well, and getting them to get going there. So, yeah, Max Allegri, you know, one of the big things we, have talked a lot about is Magnanelli coming in to assist. And I think the off-the-ball movement for Juventus, again, we've seen a lot in Udinese. We didn't see it in the first half against Bologna, but second half you started to see it come back in glimpses. Against Empoli, it was good again. Today, the off-the-ball movement in the first half, when we're on it, is fantastic. There are options there for the guys we have on the ball, whether on the flank, whether on the middle of the pitch. We're doing well off the ball. The Magnanelli signing is big, and that goes a long way. So whoever it was, whoever that decision came with, to recognize that we need assistance in that area of the game, right call and big stuff. But as far as Max Allegri being back, Max Allegri we'll see ultimately how things go throughout the course of the season, how he manages everything, and there will be questions asked. The Pogba scenario, what'll happen there and whatnot, but he's ultimately had to deal without Pogba the entire time. So it's tough when you factor in last season not really getting Chiesa for the go, and ultimately what seemed to be a disinterested Di Maria for the most part. Paredes, an absolute flop. We got guys in here. We got some young bodies that are ready to go. We cut down the average age of the team by 2 years. Max Allegri has always been seen as this guy that doesn't incorporate youth, doesn't help youth players progress and whatnot. We just got to wait it out and see what develops throughout this season. But right now, we had 7 out of 9 points going into this game. We're 2-0 up at the half. Again, let's just see what develops and what happens. Rovella set to come on for Lazio. And where is Alex P? I'm waiting for what's going to come with the comments on Rovella, but Rovella set to come in. Mark saying, I am concerned about the second half. We need to take control of the midfield. I believe we'll be in a little bit more control. I don't think we're just dropping off into a complete shell. And I still say Juve is going to be the more dangerous of the side. So you've got 2 ex-Juve pieces of property, Pellegrini and Rovella, who both made the switch to Lazio in the summer mercado, set to come in. No name, Allegri in. There you go. And yes, hit that like button, everybody. Let's go. Let's get those likes way up. We got 75 in here. Let's get those likes up there. Seven saying too early on Allegri, but we are seeing more attacking football and goals, and that's the big one. So Pellegrini and Rovella enter the pitch. Okay. So, Hisai coming out for Pellegrini. Rovella coming in for Cataldi. And that's just that's a no-brainer there. Never been big on Cataldi, to be honest. What's that Juve saying? The unwanted Juve players aren't going to do anything against us. There you go. I'm not terribly concerned about it. I think Juve is going to take control and a stranglehold in the second half. I'm waiting for that third goal. Who's going to score the third goal? We're getting a third one. My doubt is not us getting a third. My doubt is I called no clean sheet in this one. I did figure Lazio would get one. But now, my question is, are we going to get that clean sheet? I think we'll get that clean sheet. And yes, Luke says, please subscribe to the channel. Let's rock, everybody. We got kickoff. Oh, I was slow to the draw there. I'm about 3 seconds behind getting the ticker going. But I'm right on for the live. Pellegrini on it now. Trying to push it forward for Zaccagni. Cut out by McKennie. Finding Vlahovic. Rovella. Foul there. Give him a yellow. Let's go. All right. This is a good spot for a set piece. We're going to get the third one right here on this set piece. Come on. Come on. Miretti standing over. I'm surprised that Miretti is allowed to continue on in this one. I totally thought Max Allegri would take him out, but he has not. So Miretti stays in. Chiesa set to have this one. I would have banked on that call that Miretti was coming out at half, but man, sticking with him. Here's Chiesa on the set piece. Let's get the third one here, baby. Off the head of Gatti. Come on. Chiesa. Ball in. Going back post. Oh, didn't miss Bremer by much. Did not miss Bremer by much. Juve looking dangerous all the time. Set pieces. Ball through feet there. Oh. Not by much. Romagnoli complaining. Saying Bremer's climbing the ladder on him. Too bad, man. Deal with it. Danilo. Cleaning things up at the back here. Finding Bremer. Locatelli now on the ball. Nice control. Finding Vlahovic. There's another foul. That's going to be a yellow. No. Late. Little over aggressive. Keeps the card down. Interesting. Interesting. Seen softer called in the first half, but that's okay. It's okay. Vlahovic wanted the yellow too. Let's go. See more players warming up on the sideline. Weah, Keane, Fagioli, Milik. Another set piece here for Juventus. Chiesa standing over it again. There he goes. Putting it back post. Headed on by Rabiot. Short side. Forces a stop from Provedel. It's going to be a corner kick for Juventus. There we go. Here's Kostic. The ball in, going to the back. Gatti heads it on Rabiot. Oh my God. Flicked on and Provedel makes a massive save. That should have been the third one for Juventus. Gatti doing well to keep this corner back in. And oh my God, Rabiot heads it, but Provedel, Johnny on the spot. Danilo was upset as he was running in behind Rabiot, set to head that one on. But you can't get mad at Rabiot there, Danilo. He's got a free header too. Here's another one. Doesn't make it past the first line of defense for Juventus. It's going to be a throw-in for Juve. Unbelievable, man. That should have been the third right there. But Juve, again, still looking dangerous. Like I said, I totally expect we're going to take the stranglehold in this one, everybody. Come on. Who is going to get that third one, though? It's coming. It's coming. McKennie. Can this on Rabiot? Little flick on short side, but wide of Provedel's goal. Rabiot's had a good match too. To be honest, like he's been great on both sides. Oh, Gatti closing that down. McKennie trying to settle it. Lazio can only pound this one forward. Kept in. Locatelli just missing McKennie with the header. It's going to be a Lazio throw. Pellegrini looks to have it in for Lazio. McKennie throws it up for Chiesa. Keeps it in. Can't find Vlahovic. Couple defenders in between the two there. Took everything Chiesa had just to keep it in. Lazio being pressed along that byline there. Here's Pellegrini. Trying to play out of it there. Doing well against Miretti. Finding Zaccagni now up on the side. He cuts inside. Rovella's on it. Can only go back to Casale. Now over to Marusic. Up to the right side. Long ball attempted forward here. Danilo gets cut out there. Kamada plays it up for Immobile. The shot blocked by Gatti. Danilo he's misgauged a couple of plays like that this game. They're in our area when he hasn't. It's that one looking a little bit dangerous, but ultimately Gatti comes in to clean up. Here's Pellegrini over to Zaccagni. Ball forward for Pellegrini. Cut inside. That's cleared. Luis Alberto comes in with a hit, but it's wide of the goal. It's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. Oh. Rabiot is hot and close to score. Here for Weah and McKennie. Good play-by-play, man. Thank you. Much appreciated. I love doing these watch-alongs. I'm watching the game anyways. Might as well share all the reactions with all of you. Love it. Matthew, we are first in Serie A. Hey. Back where we belong. Back where we belong. Rabiot, that Rabiot header. Unreal. Unreal. Chiesa. Maybe got a bit of a knock on the foot there. Looks like he's going to the sideline for a minute. Doesn't look terribly concerning. All right, Provedel launches this one. Sorry, Tech. Excuse me. Provedel now on it. Marusic on it for Lazio on the right flank. Rabiot comes in to close down. Finding Rovella inside. He just slots it over for Romagnoli. Chiesa steps back onto the pitch for Juventus. Kamada over to Romagnoli. Pellegrini's on the left. He's going to accept it. Miretti coming over to keep tabs there. Zaccagni now running at McKennie. Moving to his left foot. Cross going back post. Ooh, Danilo missed that one, but it missed everybody. Keeps it in play. Puts it forward only as far as Rovella. Casale over to Romagnoli. Inside for Rovella. Marusic and Rovella work a little 1-2. Back to Kamada. Over to Pellegrini. Trying to rip. It stops at Kamada and the shot's blocked. Big block there. Vlahovic now retaining possession. Oh, tried to play a pass out to Kostic, but Kamada was right in front of him. Now they go over to Zaccagni. Running at McKennie again. Forcing him inside. And there you go. One back. Miretti. Just being aware. Playing one forward for Vlahovic. He gives chase. Trying to cut things off. It's played all the way back to Provedel. A little bit of pressure. No, Vlahovic lays off. Luis Alberto on it now. Again out to Zaccagni. McKennie closing him down. Inside. Kamada out to the right. Oh, Kostic with a big block there on Felipe Anderson. So Lazio starting to press here. We got to get back on possession and get back on the ball. They are starting to find some space. Starting to find some decent opportunities. Going to be a corner kick here that Juve is going to have to contest against Lazio. Ball's had in. Heading to the spot. Headed just straight up again. Lazio trying to contain here. Chiesa comes in to help. Does well. Chiesa doing very well there. Earning the throw in for Juve. Great work from Fede there. My feed is totally cracking out here. Having some problems. It looks like it's back now. Don't you dare cut me off. 2-0, 55 minutes in. As we look at the curva. Loud and proud. Tech. Going route 1. Looking Vlahovic's way. Does flick on, but cut off by Anderson. Played all the way back to Provedel. Lazio back in possession. Rovella now on it. Over to Marusic. Back to Casale. Pellegrini wants the ball on the left. He's going to get it. Drops it back for Romagnoli. Back to Provedel. Again, Juve. Just kind of manning up here. Nice challenge. Here's Chiesa. Oh, it's called back. That was going to be a nice odd man break. Danilo, Chiesa, Vlahovic. Ooh. I don't know about that one. Didn't look too bad at all. Here's Rovella. Inside to Immobile. To Luis Alberto. Pellegrini over there. Zaccagni there. Luis Alberto goes all the way over for Anderson. Kostic. Oh, that slash right across goal. Just needed a touch, and that probably would have been one for Lazio. Warning shot there. I tell you. Come on, we got to pick things up here. We got to pick things up here. Second half, Lazio getting after it. Juve a little too comfortable. Gatti being closed down quickly by Zaccagni does well. Get away, trying to get a call there. And they are going to get the call there. Good work from Gatti. Didn't have much for options there. And Zaccagni's got wheels. We'll give him that. And Meretti now comes off, and Fagioli will come in. Let's see Fagioli have a solid impact. Love seeing him with the number 21. Let's go. And Cambiaso set to come on for Kostic. Okay, okay. There's a couple of nice little changes here. See if that helps shift the balance a bit for us. You know Fagioli can retain the ball. That should help us in possession. Cambiaso, very active, very good on the ball as well. Locatelli now. Splashing it out for McKennie. Ball played forward. Here's Fagioli on it right away. Oh, going back post. Forces Provedel to get a hand on it. As that was heading Vlahovic's way. That's a nice ball from Fagioli. Imagine that, stepping onto the pitch in less than 30 seconds. Putting one right on the money for Vlahovic. Oh, that would have been beauty. Lazio set to take this throw in. Closing in on the 60-minute mark. Provedel now on it. Playing it out to Pellegrini. It's being closed down by Fagioli. Good job by Fagioli. Quickly closing down now on Zaccagni. And just squeezing Lazio to go back to their defense. Now they'll slide it out to Maricic. Inside for Rovella. Chiesa coming in to help there. Over to the left for Luis Alberto. This one, through ball for Zaccagni is too far. It's going to be a goal kick for Juventus. 60-minute mark here, everybody. Good substitutions, I would have to say, for these guys. Good substitutions there by Max. Getting Fagioli in, getting Cambiaso in. Yellow card to Gatti. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure why. Descent? Like... Lazio has not received one yellow card in this game, and I'm shocked based on a couple of the challenges we got yellows for. There's Fagioli doing well in possession. Here's Locatelli spraying it out for McKennie. Oh, little ball inside just ahead of Fagioli. Rovella cuts it out. Pellegrini on it now. Inside. Lovely challenge from Locatelli there. And again, we just keep pushing Lazio back. Provedel's on the ball now. Vlahovic, Chiesa lurking around the top of the area. Provedel with a 1-2 with Rovella. Now going to go out to Casale on the right. Can't believe they haven't got any yells there for Lazio. There's a turn. Danilo getting turned there. Ball inside. Fagioli, who has it back. But Tech able to get hands on it. As he cuts that play off. Danilo risking it there. In the end, it's all okay. And Fagioli taking that away at the last second from Zaccagni. So Fagioli. Oh, that ball played too far ahead of Rabiot. It's okay though. Juve clears it out again. Here's Fagioli. Oh. First touch. Trying to get in possession. Flipped it over the first man. But it's cut off on the second one. Fagioli gets a foul there. Got to give credit to Allegri. Solid lineup to start, and good subs were made. Doesn't always get them right. Yeah, we had a couple surprises in there in the starting lineup. I called it when we got the projection a couple days ago. I said I'd expect probably at least 2 changes. I think we ended up with 3 variances from the first projected. But when the game played out, they were the right call. They were the right call, no doubt. Here's Immobile trying to come in, and Bremer has it off of Immobile's foot. It's going to be goal kick for Juve. Great job there from the Brazilian. I like the subs, but Juve's got to get... This is the next step for Juve in progression of play and everything with this team and growing, is playing when you are up. Whether it be 1 goal, whether it be 2, whether it be 3. The game management portions of the game is when we've struggled when it comes to holding leads and just playing ahead. And when you want to slow things down, you can't do it without the ball. Like we struggle. And here we go again. Oh, Bremer, a bad pass there. Luis Alberto has a hit. That's in. That's in the back of the net. It's 2-1. That is a brutal, brutal giveaway. I was literally just talking about playing when you're in the lead and trying to control games, and we just get so sloppy when we're trying to play that way. Lazio's back in this game. 2-1. 2-1. It's a great hit from Luis Alberto. Credit where credit's due, but the giveaway was so cheap and so pathetic. Brutal. Brutal. 2-1, and now there's a lot of time. You've got to pick it back up. You've got to get back in there. Let's go, you guys. The game's not done. And again, it's the movement, and right there's a prime example. Locatelli on the ball, and Danilo's got space ahead of him. He's not even moving to get into that position. Here's Cambiasso holding the ball in play. Over to Danilo, now to Locatelli. He's going to scan. He's going to put this one, a nice ball ahead for McKennie on the right. He's 1v1 right now. They wait for the double team to come in. Here's Zaccagni. Played ahead. Oh, little back heel inside for Gatti. Oh, my God. Little back heel from Fagioli to Gatti. Right idea. That's better. But we need that third. We need that third. Sempre Lazio coming in here. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. I still say the next goal belongs to Juventus. 3-1 was my scoreline. Marusic coming up forward, trying to play 1-2. Rabiot back to clean it up. Inside for Danilo. Plays to Cambiasso. Back to Rabiot. Back to Danilo. Inside for Bremer. Oh, Bremer playing with fire again ahead of Locatelli. There's a handball, but it's going to be play on. Locatelli finding McKennie. Kenny going route one. Can way over to La Chested down Vlahovic. Right-footed hit. It's in the net. Vlahovic. 3. Yes. Yes. There. There. Let's go, baby. Dusan Vlahovic with the third. Let's go. What a goal. Chested down. Off foot. Right-footed slot into the back post. 3-1, baby. Let's go. Woo. Holy, that one got me jacked up. Let's go. The first couple, a little too early. It was still like 5:50 a.m. here, but come on. Unreal. Unreal. McKennie going route one high. Look at it. Chested down. Touch inside. Boom. What a goal. Vlahovic on fuego today, everybody. What a hit. Dipping down too. Lovely strike. Lovely strike. Look at way up. Look at way on the side. Beautiful. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal from Dusan Vlahovic. Castellanos now set to come in for Immobile. Immobile. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. I told you you're going to be in for a long day with Gleison Bremer there. You're not the guy. You're not the guy to cause him problems. Hey, my feet's frozen. Come on. Uh-oh. We got problems, everybody. Massive problem. I'm going to lose it. Feed's down. Feed's down. This is brutal. Te Lazio, te. There we go. Oh, I'm back in. I'm back in. Oh my God, and it's timing out. This is brutal. I'm absolutely livid with this. Why would you do this at this time? I'm going to get in contact with these bastards. Okay. Now we're back. We're back. Don't do that to me right now. We're closing in on the 70-minute mark, okay? Just over 20 minutes remaining here. Dusan, come on. Neville, this is Juventus. Fino alla fine. Let's go. And yes, hey, a broken clock is also right twice a day, but there you go. 3-1 of Vlahovic brace. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I want 4 though. I want 5. Like, let's go. That was a big one too. After Lazio coming in, brutal giveaway from Juventus. Luis Alberto with a beautiful strike. That is the dagger from Vlahovic, and what a goal. Those days were pretty hard. I actually might have bruised myself there with those days. Zaccagni now on the right, cutting inside Fagioli. Keeping tabs there. He can only splash it across for Marusic. We have Immobile out of the game. Castellanos come in for him. That just goes from one non-impact to another, I think, for this game. Here's McKennie doing well against Pellegrini. Keeping him out. Trying to play forward, though it's cut out. Here's Luis Alberto. Allowed some space. Trying to play it to feet. Goes all the way across the area. Cambiaso being closed down by Castellanos there. He turns and eats a foul there. No foul? No foul. But they've called the play down for what? A substitution? What's going on here? How's that not a foul? Dusan going for the Hattie. Let's go. Dusan Hattie. Charles saying, I'm so impressed by Vlahovic's right foot. It's not so weak after all. Dusan, I was giving him some praise. So we have Weah coming in for Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie put in a good shift. He was asked to do a lot of work covering Zaccagni there. And he was giving up a lot in terms of pace there. So a strong showing all in all there. I've been saying it for Dusan. I've got no issues with him at the start of this year. The attitude has been good. Everything's been positive, and he's got goals coming. It's just, this is the Dusan we need. I said I would not write Dusan off based on last season. This was going to be the season where we would learn way more about Dusan Vlahovic. And do not forget the chip on his shoulder with these rumors and Lukaku rumors and stuff like that. This is the Dusan we need. Neville, the stadium is rocking. The players are on fire. The manager created a masterclass. Ci siamo la Juventus. Fino alla fine, everybody. Let's go. And yes, McKennie played very, very well. Very, very well. They were looking at whether Vlahovic was onside or not on that one. It was by a mile he was onside. I mean, geez. What a goal from Dusan. My word. Why, my word. And Victor's calling another Juve goal to come. I'm here for it. Chiesa, Vlahovic. Getting her going. Here's Pedro. Bremer set to get this one going again. Just slots it over to Szczesny. Szczesny taking his time. Now launching it over to the left flank. A touch back from Cambiaso. Nilo inside for Rabiot. Eats it to Cambiaso. And Cambiaso plays it off Pedro. It's going to be a throw-in for Juventus. Again, it's just playing with possession, being able to slow a game down, but not slow down to the point where you're just simply giving the ball away easily. And that's this one step where Juve can increase. And here we see again another giveaway, allowing Lazio to come back at us. No call there. Locatelli now puts it out for Vlahovic. Vlahovic is running at the defense here. He's coming at. Inside the... Oh, tried to find Weah, who made a run in there, but he actually played it behind him. But that's okay. Juve's going to soak up the possession again. Here's Gatti. Slows it down for Fagioli. And he just slows it down, goes all the way to Bremer. Now over to Danilo. And there you go. Knock it about. Let the ball do the work. You still got to move off the ball when you're managing. And that's what doesn't happen for us. And that's why we get into trouble. So eventually you find a couple players on the ball that don't have any options because we stop moving. Even though you want to slow the tempo down, you still have to move off the ball. And that's the problem for me when we try to manage games. Chiesa still working, trying to beat guys. That one goes off of Marusic for Juventus throw. 75 minutes. We're 15 from home and 15 from first place. Way again tangled up there. Pellegrini. Ball into Provedel's hands. Rovella carrying it forward, finding Luis Alberto. Over to Zaccagni. And now Fagioli over there. Ball slipped through to Luis Alberto. Trying to go to feet there, but it's behind Kamada. Rabiot in possession now. Carrying it through the middle. Plays it ahead. Here's Cambiaso. And he's going to push forward. Oh, just a little too far for Rabiot, but Rabiot, very, very smart there and making it at least difficult to get out. There's Cambiaso. Eats a foul there, but slows everything down. And for good measure, plays the ball out of the line, and now is going to take a yellow card. Of course. I'm still just shocked that no Lazio player has seen a yellow based on how quick he's dished them out for Juve on similar challenges. Really, it's pretty wild to me. Zaccagni. But this is what I said at the start of the game when people started to raise questions about talking about the ref and whatever, and I say you just can't ever leave anything in the ref's hands, and the team has taken care of business today so far. And less than 15 minutes to being home free. Headed out from Gatti. Neville saying it's funny how you have 3-1 making the scoreline up with the shirts behind me. Of course, Chiellini and Buffon. Beautiful. There's the omen right there. So I'll have to switch them around when we're playing away from home. Mark saying today Gatti has marked his name as a starter. Gatti's had a solid showing. He was solid in his last showing as well. For me, Danilo as a left center back is not a problem if that's what the concern was about keeping Gatti off and Sandro in. Like Gatti needs to be starting. And Gatti, the name and number on the back of this kit. I'm a Gatti fan. Still haven't decided and still haven't pulled the trigger on the away and the third kick because I'm just not quite sure which guys I'm going to go to. But I have a strong idea. Strong idea. Yeah, there you go. Swap the Chiellini for Del Piero. Make it a 10-1 scoreline. There you go. I like that. If we get a Juve, imagine scoring 10 in a game. It's our last big goal scoreline, like 7. Oh, here's Chiesa. Run at defense. Slaughtered for Rabiot. Oh, tried to put that one across there. If you put it a little shorter, Rabiot could have had a strike on goal. And then you could have got me another apple for Fantacalcio, Fede. But that's okay. Weah was offside too. If Rabiot gets that ball to him or whatnot. Chiesa giving Rabiot a hug there, saying sorry. We do have a corner kick. Let's add a fourth here, everybody. Come on. Let's add a fourth here. Here's the ball in. Headed out. But again, right back to the corner. Juve back in possession. Oh, here's a ball in. Oh, that was a good one. Fagioli able to control it at the top of the area. Slows thing down all the way back to Locatelli. Over to Wea. Back to Locatelli. Juve trying to get back in their positions. Locatelli waits for everybody. Over to Gatti. Gatti cuts inside. Ball forward for Vlahovic, who settles it down. Fagioli just able to keep it in. To Gatti. And again, just need that movement off the ball. It's okay to manage things. It's great. It's okay to slow it down, but you still have to become an option for the ball carrier. There's Wea. Finds himself on the right. Probably going to get back over to his slot on the left side. Gatti for Bremer. And he goes route one. Cut out, chested down. Rovella's going to be on it now. Gendouzi. Rovella. $80 minutes, everybody. Yeah, it'd probably be the 6-2 there. I was thinking the 7-0 Sassuolo. That's the one I was thinking of. Zaccagni. That's inside. To Alberto. Casale. Over to Pedro. Back to Casale. And Lazio, look at this. Everybody for Wea cutting that ball out for Pellegrini. Pellegrini wants it again. He's going to get it. Over to Zaccagni. Osic to Gendouzi. To Rovella. Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Ooh, Vlahovic. Losing it there. Trying a little ball across, but Gatti and Locatelli team up to clean this one up. Yellow card. Not surprised. Vlahovic is going to pick up the yellow here. Yellow cards today. Gatti, Bremer, Miretti, Vlahovic. None for Lazio. Crazy. Crazy stuff. I'm going to hit you guys with the stats right now. So, possession still dominating by Lazio. 65% possession in their favor. Total attempts, 14 for Lazio, 12 for Juventus. Juve's got 7 on target. Lazio, 5 on target. You want to talk about big chances? 2 big chances created for Juve. 2 big chances missed. 0 big chances created for Lazio. Federico Chiesa coming off now. Getting an ovation for a strong performance. And Milik comes on. We're going to have another change as well as Moise Kean set to enter the pitch. Fede Chiesa had a game. But I think Dusan Vlahovic has himself the man of the match so far. Half volley goal for the first one. Luca getting the apple. And then the second one from Vlahovic, the dagger, was just unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Yeah, like, the yellows are absurd today. And Neville brings up, bro, please don't go for the Nacional. I said, thank God he didn't play on that potato field they were playing on in Macedonia. That field was shocking, and that's putting it nicely, all right? So, glad. Ooh. There's a foul. So, and hey, we got a yellow for Lazio. Hey, it's not that they were necessarily warranted. And I think actually the one was pretty soft on Bremer, to be honest, for a yellow. That's the only one I'd say was really, truly unwarranted. However, it's the fact that the same challenges aren't issuing one yellow from Lazio. That's the problem. It's fine if you want to call a game like that, but you have to be consistent. That's the only job a ref has to do, is essentially be consistent. That's the thing. I have no problems necessarily with the yellows we're getting, but you have to be consistent. Here we go. And Weah's going to cook it up the right line. He's going to ask questions with his pace. Oh, going to get the foul there. Just on the back of Pellegrini. Provedel over. Now to Maricic on the right. Time continues to dwindle for Lazio. And it couldn't end quick enough for us. Leave us at the top of the table. Waiting for the result of the Derby della Madonnina to see where we finish after this. A big, big fourth match week in Serie A. Definitely for the top. And don't forget, you're going to have European play opening up. And now these teams are going to start to spread out. And Juve's got to, again, just do what they got to do. Get the results. Get the results. Apply the pressure when those teams get stretched out. Rabiot, ooh, little bit of a bad decision there, but it still works out. Cambiaso doing well there. Keeps it in. He's running at Lazio's defense. Rovella comes in to watch him. And Cambiaso puts it off of Rovella for a corner kick to Juventus. Smart heads-up play there from Cambiaso. Gives him a little smirk there too. Looking back. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Danilo with a moonshot. Always high. Always high. Yildiz, Chiesa, McKennie smiles on the bench. Should be. Good showing. Positive, strong result here in the first big matchup of the season. A measuring stick moment for Juventus. Whew. I don't know about 30. That's hey, I'm all for it. But 30, it's a great start for him though. Great start from exactly what we needed. I tell you, you take away that error from us, and that Luis Alberto strike's been pretty much a really clean performance from Juventus. And again, that's my one next step for Juve, is learning to manage and realizing you still have to keep that movement off the ball. They all end up wanting to stand and just knock the ball around. Eventually, you're going to be coming up against a wall. And that's when the giveaways start to happen for us. Sarri shouting from the bench. I think it's too late now, Maurizio. This one is going to be dusted, closing in on that 90. We'll get some stoppage. Milik going well into Guendouzi there. And he's going to get the foul there. Luis Alberto. Fagioli getting a piece of the back pass there. Here's Pellegrini trying to cut inside. Milik eats that one up. Here's Fagioli on it. And he's going to take a foul there. Slow things down. On the ball, Fagioli's extremely smart. Extremely smart. And that's the one thing with him too, despite young, whatever, understanding the moments. Great. If we can get Fagioli to break lines like Miretti, man, I'm telling you, be cooking. But don't forget, as soon as Fagioli came on, he almost hit Vlahovic on a cross there. Oh, here we go. Here's Moise. Oh, trying to get that headed. Back post. Oh, Weah. Way at the back post. Almost had it. Oh, that would have been the first one in Serie A action for Weah with Juventus. Oh, man. So we're at the 90. We've got 6 minutes of added time, everybody. And what a way to kick the weekend off with a nice, solid victory. Let's go. See this one out, lads. Here's Rabiot driving it through the middle, finding Milik. Milik trying to play this one ahead for Keane. But Marusic had a couple steps on him. Provedel now skips his defense. Gets it into the midfield. Slotted over for Luis Alberto. Gets it over to Pellegrini, over to Zaccagni now. It's cutting in, but they have no options. Rinse and repeat. Out to the left, cut inside, and then no options. Eventually just trying to force one to a striker for like a 1-2 layoff. Now Marusic having a ball in, trying to bike there from Castellanos there. Very ambitious. I think there's a foul. Now Bremer's down. Just cramping up, it looks like. Tech quickly on the treatment. Attaboy, Tech. Attaboy. The combo of Chiesa and Duchan is brilliant as a strike partnership. They are firing. They're kicking off the season exactly the way we need them to. Got to keep it rolling. And I'm going to be on. Look at this one at the back there. I have no idea how. Well, it was bouncing pretty high. He just couldn't get over the ball to send it down towards the goal. Allegri with both hands on his head there. Just saying, Allegri's like, just head it in. Just head it in. But Weah trying to get the foot to it. Bremer's going to come off to the sideline here. Get a little bit of treatment. Probably only going to be for a couple seconds. He'll get back in there. It's a little bit of cramping up. We got about 4 minutes. Four minutes left in this one. Yes, Weah had a preseason goal, but the preseason goals don't count. So his first goal for Juventus in Serie A action is still yet to happen. We don't count preseason goals. So technically you could say he's got a goal for Juventus, but not one in true competition. Oh, Milik with a foul there. He's going to get a color, I'm sure. No color. Lazio's got a free kick in a good spot here. It's a really good spot to have a go. 93 and a half. Is Rovella going to hit this one? Allegri is losing it. Just losing it on the sideline. We're about 2 minutes away from the end of the game. 3-1. Pellegrini and Rovella, the two ex-Juve players, standing over this one. Rovella's going to take this, I would think. There it is. Not past the wall. Oh, Fagioli with the nice touch over to the side. Here's Weah. Inside to Fagioli. He's got control here. Over to Keane. Cambiasso overlaps him. Oh, Keane's going to have a rip and it's high. Cutting inside to his right foot. This guy's still trying to add one here. Wanting to get tallies for themselves. I like it. Skinduzzi for Lazio up ahead to Pedro. Way too far. Danilo's going to have this one back softly. Jeez, Tech's got to come out there. We're a minute away. Down the home stretch, everybody. To a nice Juve victory. Milik on it now. Laying it off. Cambiasso. And we're going to see this 40 seconds out. Locatelli. Has Fagioli there. Opts to go back to the left byline. Rabiot to Cambiasso. Oh, played ahead for Rabiot. Trying to have a cross in. Oh, just gets off the top of Milik's head and pops up. Provedel picks it up. Here we go. Genda home free here. Genda home free. 10 seconds, everybody. Ball played forward into Tech's hands. It's going to wrap things up. It's going to wrap things up, everybody. Waiting for that final whistle. Tech sending everybody up. Maurizio Sarri heading up to the stands. Have a seat. Allegri crushing water. The crowd chanting. Here comes a whistle. Milik on it. Back for Gatti. Waiting for this final whistle. Up to Milik. Bremer to Danilo. We're going to be at the 7-minute mark. Here's Locatelli spraying it out. Trying to get into Fagioli. Fagioli does well to win it there. Thought he earned a foul there. Nothing doing. Lazio trying to come up the right side through Pedro. Danilo comes in there. It's going to be goal kick. We're still playing on. 97 minutes, 10 seconds. Whistle's got to come any second now. Let's go. Juve 3, Lazio 1. Another one for the good guys. There it is, everybody. Big, big win, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, my absolute pleasure. Thank you all for joining on the watch along. We're not done, though. We're going to have some post-match victory talk. We have to celebrate this one. This is the way to kick off the weekend, all right? Let's go. Let's go. First in Serie A, baby. Let's go. Vlahovic firing. Chiesa firing. Give it. Just inject it to my veins, baby, okay? The dagger to the heart after an error from Juventus. Luis Alberto capitalized on. And then Vlahovic giving them the day. Not so fast. Killing them there, all right? So, and hey, appreciate it. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, I love doing these watch-alongs, and your guys' support is fantastic. We had strong showing here in the watch-along. Next week, though, Sassuolo is on deck for Juventus. I'm probably going to be in Vancouver with the JOFC fan club there, okay? But this was beautiful stuff. And Neville, thank you. I am happy that you enjoyed it, and the interactions are what make it extra special for me. So fantastic stuff, okay? Subbed and liked. Welcome aboard. Part of the AJC army now officially. I love it. Great to see a lively stadium. You guys, this was a thing of beauty. Now, tomorrow, for the post-match podcast, I'm happy I get to stick it to Anthony, okay? Our very own At The Knee guy. because I got it right. 3-1 with a Vlahovic brace, okay? And my Fantacalcio, yes, for the Fantacalcio. But you guys, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Max Allegri nailed this thing when we talk about lineup. A couple surprises there. Not going Cambiaso. Kostic did his job, did a good job. And McKennie on the right side. Going with McKennie. Keeping in mind how Lazio plays, Luis Alberto predominantly off the left side, and Zaccagni a threat on the left side. Max Allegri got it right. And the substitutions were bang on. I was surprised he continued with Miretti after the way the first half was going and that early yellow. But to Miretti's credit, he got through it and reached the milestone for the 60-minute mark when Max wanted to make his subs. Great, great stuff. I thought Miretti in there was doing fantastic. I thought he played a really, really good game. And again, it's all about how things change and what we can do better when Fagioli's out there, because I do ultimately believe the end goal is to have Fagioli out there. But right now, Miretti continues to do very, very well in there. And, you know, Rabiot quietly had a strong showing in this one. Locatelli continued off that Azzurri game. McKennie had a great showing out there. Gatti at the back. I don't want to hear any more of this Sandro thing. Gatti, Bremer, Danilo is the back three, everybody. Fantastic game, okay? Now, I'm going to give you the ratings, and you guys know the drill. I want to know who you have for your man of the match, but we will go through Sofa score ratings and then see where everybody stands, okay? Let's get into this here. Allegri at 10 out of 10 today. Good lineup, good subs. Absolutely agree. Mark 1 saying Gatti, Bremer, Miretti, Chiesa, and Vlahovic are all candidates for man of the match. I want to know who everybody has as their man of the match. Alex B saying, I'm sorry, but Miretti has no clue what he's doing in the final third. Didn't miss a goal by much, but I don't know. Alex. I'm not there, man. I like what he's bringing, and we didn't lose much in terms of Rabiot. We didn't lose much there, but let's go. Locatelli also great. We start getting the man of the match here. Let's get to the ratings. Szczesny at a 7.5. Gatti at a 7.3. I have no disagreements on those ratings there. Gatti being around a 7 to 7.5, absolutely. Tech 7.5, sure. Bremer at a 6.7. Think a 7's fair there. Danilo 6.7. I had Danilo at about a 6.5. Made some strange misreadings in some crucial moments, okay? Weston McKennie at a 7.7. Strong game from him. I think that's very, very high. But I think a 7 for sure. Maybe he's pushing the brink of a 7.5. He did play in on the goals. So, yeah, not bad there. Miretti finished with a 6.5. Manuel Locatelli with a 7.2. I'd have Loca at a 7 for sure. Rabiot finished with a 7.4. I had him around a 7.2. Chiesa at a 7.6. I had him at 7.5. Vlahovic at an 8.5. I had Vlahovic at an 8. And my man of the match, Kostic also, we missed 6.9. I thought 6.5 for Kostic fair. Vlahovic is my man of the match, everybody. Make no mistake about it. A half volley attempt for the first goal, short side. And then the second goal, he had work to do. And he took care of it. And that was the dagger. Chiesa was strong. Locatelli was strong. McKennie was strong. Gatti was strong. But ultimately, for me, Dusan Vlahovic ends up being the man of the match there. Acid, yes, we did. We got the 3-1 right. And Jeremiah got the 3-1 correct as well. And Rabiot should have got a goal. Neville has man of the match as Dusan. Forza Juve has man of the match as Vlahovic. Hip Priest, man of the match has to be Dusan. Second goal was decisive. There you go. Acid coming in here saying his man of the match is Dusan as well. There you go. And Gatti needs to be starting every game. Absolutely. Now, the game obviously had that moment where it became 2-1 after, credit where credit's due. A beautiful, beautiful hit from Luis Alberto. But again, it's just that next step for us. We had to make a big push this season in terms of the offense, finding goals and scoring goals. We're scoring, and we got the guys we need, our key guys, firing. That's great. It's just that game management that needs to pick it up a bit. But again, still ultimately a lot of positives. Juve, 4 games in. This was the first big measuring stick match, and we got the job done beautifully. Okay? Beautifully. So we're sitting on 10 points. We're top of the table. The Derby della Madonnina is set to go shortly for kickoff. That one will ultimately have a gauge and influence on the top of the standings. We'll see what happens. Now, I hope they beat the hell out of each other and it ends up in a draw. But these teams are also going to start taking place in other competitions, and that is going to stretch them out. And Juve just has to keep finding results. Next up, Sassuolo, okay? But this game, ultimately, while surrendering a lot of possession as it ends with 64% for Lazio, Juve still was definitely the more threatening side. 17 attempts for Juve, 7 on target, 16 attempts for Lazio, 5 on target. But if you want to talk about shots and attempts inside the area, 13 attempts inside the area for Juventus out of their 17 attempts. This is a continuing trend for Juve this season. We're getting opportunities, and they're better opportunities. Last season, the majority of our chances were from range, or honestly, our best chances were just off set pieces. We continue to be strong on set pieces. Danilo, Bremer, Gatti, very much a part of that. Rabiot also. And but the shots, the attempts inside the area, the majority of all our attempts this season have been in high percentages inside the area. So Juve is doing very, very well in the offensive phase in terms of creation. A big, big boost there. Like I said, we just got to keep the momentum going, keep growing, but the game management portion is big for Juventus, and that's like the final tuning thing that I have for this team, and I think we can do damage. All the talk that was happening about this team is not a Scudetto winning roster, like this team can win a Scudetto. I think it's nonsense. It comes down at the end of the day, no matter who you have, what you're doing on the pitch. Juve has taken great strides into changing their game for this season, but the game management portion is still where we get too sloppy and kind of fall asleep at the wheel. That's how I feel anyways. But again, we're moving in the right direction. There's going to be bigger tests to come, and we'll have to wait and face those ones. But so far, right now, like I said, you can only play the teams that are ahead of you that you're facing. And right now, so far, Juve has gotten off to a great, great start. We look at Juve's schedule. Of course, we've got Sassuolo next. Okay, that'll be next Saturday. And then we have Lecce on a Tuesday. So that'll be a short turnaround for Juventus. The 3-day turnaround from Sassuolo to the Tuesday game against Lecce. And Lecce, a little bit of a kickstart this season, finding themselves right now for a spot in the table. So that one could be a little tricky. But Sassuolo again, Juventus, that'll be away from home. And then we come home against Lecce. And it was fantastic to see the atmosphere the way it was today. More of that, please, moving forward. Another big step in the right direction. So the team on the pitch taking strides in the right direction, and also with the ultras and the curva. More of this, please. All right? Sort this out, and Juventus, you need to realize that they are a big, big part of the atmosphere at the stadium. It is nothing without them. Work together, find resolutions, and let's move forward. But the energy being back was absolutely massive, all right? 3-1 Juve, everybody. What a way to start the weekend. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Do not forget, tomorrow we're going to take a look at this one in great detail, have some fun recapping this match, and taking a look at Fantacalcio. If you're in our Fantacalcio league, good luck the rest of the way. I got off to a great start thanks to Fede and Vlahovic. Forza Juve, fino alla fine. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for the live post-match podcast recap, and look ahead at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, all right? Enjoy your Saturdays, everybody. Hey, how are we not going to enjoy it? Forza Juve, fino alla fine. Way to get the job done, lads. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Ciao tutti.
Yeah.